Smashbox Labs.
Coming to you live from the eye of Hurricane Harvey, it's Smashbox Live. We're not actually live. This is just an uncut podcast kind of thing that we do. And we call it live. Eventually, I would like to do it live. So we call it live.
I've got a quick question.
Yeah?
What number podcast would you say this is? Rough guess.
Pretty sure it's 13.
See, after 13 of these, everyone's still stringing along by the live.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume. This is number 13, by the way.
Yeah.
I'd double check.
But it's like they're just like, man, fuck, I love that these guys are live and saying the exact same thing every time I open up this podcast. Like, you open up number, 12, 6 times, there's the same spot. Like, wow!
Well, that would imply a very, very large misunderstanding on how an on-demand video service works. YouTube is like the most direct on-demand video service out there.
Yeah. I was about to use Frasier as, an example of something you'd open up and it'd be repetitive. But
I've never seen Frasier, so that wouldn't miss the mark.
The trouble about Frasier is that you can't just pick one episode of Frasier, because Frasier does the same thing in every episode. This is the summary for every episode of Frasier. Are you ready? Frasier thinks he's smart, but he's not as smart as he thinks. That's it. Like, if I had to do a snappy one-sentence Frasier summary, that's it.
What about the bar scenes?
That's Cheers.
There's no bar in Frasier?
I mean, it's the bar from Cheers. He just goes to Cheers.
Really?
Frasier is a Cheers spinoff.
Wow, I did not know that.
And then
the only character I know from Cheers is Norm.
Yeah. And then Frasier's brother, I think, got a show.
What?
So it was a spinoff of a spinoff.
That's
at that
great.
point.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's the most weird shit.
Was that the 80s?
Yeah, 80s,
Spinoff
90s.
season.
Yeah, because I think Cheers was 80s and Frasier was.
I like
early
spinoff
90s.
shows.
Yeah, sometimes they're good.
I liked Postcards from Buster way more than I did Arthur.
What was that little fucking the catchy jingle?
Hey, what you up to, Buster?
Yeah. It's it.
I love that. I was like, oh, bitchin'.
Dude, my favorite thing.
Buster the Rabbit is my favorite Arthur character.
Yeah,
He's got his own show now.
Yeah, but you can't say
his
that.
parents are split up.
Are they?
He's traveling with his dad.
Shit, dude.
I think his dad might be running from the law. I have no idea. I vaguely remember the show.
This is giving me PTSD flashbacks.
Why?
Because when I was little, I moved around a lot.
Oh, right. Because you were abducted.
Yeah, but
by aliens.
True. But what fucks me up about Buster and Arthur is that if you look at Arthur, you remember that one fucking episode where DW is fucking with him, so he just punches her?
Yeah.
In the face.
I also remember that he had a friend named Muffy.
Dude, fucking.
And I thought that was hilarious as a kid, and then I found out why it was hilarious when I grew older.
All I'm saying is the ass was fat.
name a fucking female character Muffy.
You know what not even fucking with you? That fucking, the older surfer chick, the bunny with the hair that came down in front of her eyes. What was her fucking purpose in the show? Was it to give Arthur, puberty flash forwards, or what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
She was a surfer chick, and she was an adult, but not an adult. She was a late teenager.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure her whole role in the show was just to confuse the fuck out of Arthur and Buster.
I thought that was Muffy's role because her name was Muffy.
No, she was just a rich girl. You had Francine the macaw. Is that what the fuck those monkeys are called? I thought she was a monkey.
I don't know. I'm not even 100% sure Arthur's an aardvark.
What else would he be, a bear? Because that's what I thought he was.
I don't know. I have no idea.
As you see that,
most of them are dumb animals.
I mean, they're all dumb animals.
Yeah, I remember the bully was a bulldog looking, but that's a classic thing.
Yeah, the bulldog. Fucking, you know what I never got about this show? Why do all the bullies dress the fucking same?
Because they're non-conformists, so they have to dress different from everybody else, but also dress the exact same, so nobody differentiates them from the other non-conformists.
You know, Harold from Hey Arnold?
That's exactly what I was thinking about. I was like, that motherfucker looked like a bulldog.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that bulldog-looking motherfucker in the same denim fucking jacket with a white t-shirt underneath. That's it. That's how all the bullies in the 90s dressed. That's gotta be it.
Jean shorts. Can't forget the jean shorts.
Yeah, can't forget the jorts. Dude, Matty Mock, if you're out there and you're listening, please tell me you're not still wearing shorts. Like, fucking, we played against him in high school in football, right? He was the quarterback from Mizzou. The guy who picked up 2 bitches on the back of a moped and then got a DUI.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, props to you, Matty, but,
Why props? That's a horrible way for
how
your
do you
career
get
to
2
end.
bitches on the back of a moped?
Listen, it's hard
There
enough
was a motor scooter.
It's hard enough to get one bitch while you're on a moped/motor scooter. But
Pulling two?
I guess being Matty Mock sort of has
Yeah.
its. I mean, I don't know who that is, but
His
apparently he's a big deal.
He's not like a big deal, but it's just considering where I'm from, it is. But his brother played for the Falcons.
The Denver Falcons.
No, the Atlanta Falcons.
I just wanted to make sure you knew where the Falcons were from.
And then I think he's in Canadian football now. His older brother.
So the Falcons didn't really work out then.
Yeah, I think he tackled someone or something, and he like.
Oh, so the
broke
whole
something.
Mock family is just fucked
Horrible luck. Yeah, they got one more brother though. I need to check what he's up to.
There was a teacher that taught at my intermediate school. He was a 6th grade teacher. His name was Mr. Mock,
Right.
also known as No Neck Mock.
Yeah.
He would drink Coke at school, and he couldn't move his neck, so he would lean super far back in his chair to get the rest of the Coke out of his can. And one day his chair just broke, and he ended up on the floor, and just you hear wham, and then son of a bitch. And just everybody's like, did somebody just cuss at school?
Dude, I was at school the other day, and I got 17 text messages in a row.
Did they all say the fuck word?
No, but I was helping a student, and I'm sitting. It's this cute Asian girl, really cute, and I'm sitting there, I'm talking to her, and I'm like trying to help her with her paper, and suddenly I start getting like text message after text message after text message, and it's on vibrate, so it's like like a fucking bulldog.
And you're like, that's not my vibrator. That's not my vibrator. That's not
No,
my
so I
vibrator.
said, who the fuck is texting me at 9 a.m. on a Monday? I said that out loud in just frustration, and she just like, I guess it's like her first year at college. She's like, oh shit, people can swear. And I'm not supposed to swear at work, you know, but it's 9 a.m. on a Monday, and I just got 17 text messages in a row. So it's like, I don't fucking, yeah.
Is it about what I think it's about?
Pretty much, yeah.
Fuck.
So I was just like, oh my, I was just like, fuck. And then I was sitting there and I was like, I can't fucking do this. I ended up just like leaving early. I was like, I'm not fucking about this. But yeah. And then fucking I bet I'm not seeing that student again.
Because you said the fuck word real loud?
Yeah, dude. I mean, to be fair, there were only 3 people in the office at the time. But it's like when you're in that position where you're just like, man, fuck, in front of a student, like, come on.
I feel you.
Keep in mind, students have said dumber shit to me. Like one time, that one dude who came in there and I told him what to do, and he goes, I'm not fucking doing this, and he just leaves. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's like, I need you to sign this paper and say I was here.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you doing here, man? Like, get the fuck out.
But you gotta sign the papers so I don't fail my class.
Yeah, I shit you not, the other day this dude came in and he was like, hey, can you do this for me? And I said, no, but I can show you how to do it. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know, because you're a fucking retard who apparently is also illiterate.
Well, you shouldn't be calling your students fucking retards, dude. That's
You're
messed
right,
up.
you're right.
That's super. You're an educator, sort of.
Yeah, I'm supposed to turn like my environment, my little office, into like a mystical, safe place for students to sit down and relax.
I like the segue.
Thanks.
So the first talking point for today, we just been sort of riffing here.
Yeah.
The first about 10 minutes. If you could visit, and I already have one in mind you. I came up with this one last week, like right after the podcast ended. I'm like, Duke, don't forget, don't let me forget, I'm sorry, to read this question I have for the podcast next week.
Right.
If you could visit one mystical / mythical location, where would you visit? And why, I guess.
Do I go as someone who belongs there, or do I go as me?
I mean, it's up to you.
If I'm going as someone who belongs there, I'm going to goddamn Hogwarts.
Dealer's choice. You're going to Hogwarts.
You're goddamn. Who the fuck isn't gonna pick
Okay,
Hogwarts?
are you a wizard here, or
Yeah,
are
I'm
you,
a Hufflepuff.
you're a Hufflepuff? Of course you are. Why would you not be?
All I'm saying is they're right next to the kitchens. I don't know if you know that. That's where their dorm is. Like, you got the Hufflepuff dorm, and then one door down, you got the kitchens.
I know very little about the Harry Potter universe because I read the books in, like, 4th and 5th grade and never finished the series.
Oh, yeah, that's when they finished for you. Fuck, I forget that you're younger than me sometimes. Not by much, but...
You're 40 years old.
Yeah, 40.
Like, that's the running joke we have.
I think the running joke is that I have a dad bod, but instead of just a dad bod, it's like Al Borland fucked Kevin Smith's dumpy brother, and then they had a love child.
That's messed up.
Like a gay baby love child.
Al Borland was an unattractive male.
Like it or not, this is peak male physique.
He truly was.
Yeah.
Truly was.
But
mine, and I think you're going to know why I thought of this when I read it.
Okay.
My mystical location is the pizza magma mines, where they mine the filling for Hot Pockets. Because whenever I said this, holy shit, was that Hot Pocket I was eating really, really fucking hot, and I didn't even have it in the microwave very long at all. Which leads me to believe that when you microwave a Hot Pocket, you're actually just thawing that core, the outer shell, and the core is literally just always hot.
Yeah, there's like a protective covering that only activates when it's hit.
I've only ever cooked Hot Pockets perfectly or overcooked them. So I've never undercooked a Hot Pocket to where it's like, oh, it's still cold in the center. I've always burnt myself either on the innards or on the outside.
Dude, I have undercooked a Hot Pocket, and let me fucking tell you. It's like, imagine a beetle.
Like a Volkswagen Beetle?
No, like a bug. A really long pizza-flavored beetle. That's about how it is. It's like, imagine... Okay, so have you ever seen like a botched circumcision?
No.
Well, sometimes when you botch a circumcision...
don't want to...
Yeah,
nope.
It tasted like that. That's all I'm saying.
It tasted like a botched circumcision.
With all the disappointment that comes therein.
Okay. Well, that's about enough for this podcast. No, we're not gonna cut it 12 minutes.
So,
that's ridiculous, everybody.
I'm
I've got to deal with this for at least like another hour.
All I'm saying is that Hogwarts is the place to be.
I disagree.
You can wish for all the magical Hot Pockets you want. They're perfectly cooked every time.
I don't know that Hogwarts grants wishes, Duke.
Well, okay, if you go to the kitchens, the house elves, they're bound to serve you. Like, they can't say no.
Right, but if I was like, I want some fucking pizza magma, they're gonna look at me like, we've never been to the mines, sir. We can't get that.
They can teleport.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they can teleport.
I did not know that.
They can even teleport inside of Hogwarts, which is, I think they can, which is not supposed to happen. That could just be my memory fucking up, but I think they can.
House elves are like house elves, not house elves.
Yeah.
House elves are like Dobby, right?
Yeah, Dobby and that little one from the fourth.
I don't.
And Creature.
I just know you're not supposed to give them clothes.
Yeah, is that freezing?
Yeah.
So they walk around with like little potato sacks.
It's just, which makes zero sense to me.
Yeah, I've never understood why house elves can't have fucking clothes.
Maybe it's like if you clothe a house elf, it will gain some sort of mystical power and can like kill you with a touch. Like it becomes a specter of death.
I know a lot of them that don't even want to be freed. Like Hermione starts leaving those socks around the common room.
Dobby's sock.
Kinda, yeah, because she's like, I'll knit caps and socks and whatever, and she starts leaving them around for the house elves to accidentally pick up.
Like, oh, I'm cleaning. Oh, this is my sock now.
Yeah, and
I am free elf.
Yeah,
I still surf.
So
my feet were cold.
So then it's like, she's trying to like free the house elves at Hogwarts because she thinks they're like little shitty slaves, but really it's like a shelter for battered house elves.
The house elves are taken away from owners like Malfoy.
Yeah,
wasn't Dobby one of Malfoy's?
Yeah, he was one of Malfoy's.
And he was a dick to Dobby. Oh my goodness.
They were all dicks to Dobby.
Oh man.
Master has given Dobby a sock. Because, apparently that's just like the epitome of freedom.
Right.
Being able to wear socks.
Well, I mean, or the freedom not to wear socks if you so choose.
I think the true freedom value here is, we talked about this the other day. If you can go to Walmart at 2 a.m. and buy candy, whenever you want, you're an adult.
Freedom isn't free.
That's true. It costs about $2.98.
For what?
About a bag of Reese's.
That was like $5.
Well, yeah, I got a big bag of Reese's.
It wasn't that big.
It was like pretty big.
It wasn't big enough for $5 if you ask me.
It was like 20 ounces of Reese's or something.
I got 4.5 ounces of gummies for 89 cents.
Right. Should multiply that by 5. It's like $4.50.
24.
What?
24? 22 and a half.
89 times 5?
4.5 times 5. That's what math I was doing.
I'm talking about the price.
Ounces by 5. Well, yeah. Well, that's the easy one. It's about $5. Well, yours was like $5.83.
With tax, though.
That's before tax.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, my man.
I swear.
Nuh-uh.
Whatever. I'm not arguing with you about
Look, dude,
the price of rice.
All I'm saying is that those Reese's were fucking good. However, I did eat them all.
Yeah.
I did completely.
I mean, it's not like I didn't want any.
Yeah.
And they would literally kill Matt because he's allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Anybody that wants to kill Matt,
Just
peanuts, yeah. You ever think about this, like getting a little eye drop of peanut oil and just dropping it on his tongue while he's asleep?
No, I'm waiting for the day when someone mishears him and thinks he's allergic to penis.
He's a guy?
Yeah, I know.
He has a penis.
You don't know that.
One would assume.
Hey, you know what they say about assuming.
Fuck you.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm not saying I want you dead, Duke.
Right.
I'm just saying that if I had a notebook that I could write your name in, and also like a specific cause of death that would not lead anybody to suspect me,
Yeah.
I would use it. On you.
On me?
Yeah.
Damn. Not on anyone else? You wouldn't use a death note on anyone else?
I'm sure I would use it on a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's the same people that are on my list of like, hey, if I get really, really bad irreversible cancer, but also you've got like a solid 4 months to ride this bitch out and have a hell of a time.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, take some people out with me. Why the fuck not? I mean, if I'm going down, might as well, like that movie God Bless America.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that guy's stance on, hey, there are certain people that could just be fucking slaughtered. Absolutely. We don't need all the people. There's too many people. There's way too many people.
Do you think there's a point in like a person's moral, I guess, on like a moral line where killing someone is like doing a greater service?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why the death penalty is still kind of a thing. And also people go to like Iraq and Afghanistan to kill people of color.
That's true. You know, you could just go to Texas with the death penalty, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean...
I looked at that list. It took me 12 fucking names to find a white guy.
For the people executed in Texas?
Yeah, and like half their final statements are just, I didn't do it. It's not, but don't get me wrong, it's not like I didn't do it, don't kill me. It's like, I didn't do this, but I accept this outcome. I know that I can't do anything else. I believe in God, amen. It's like the Tinder of death bios, you know? Roll Tide, go Jesus. If I get executed on death row in Alabama, that's my last words.
What, roll tide, go Jesus?
Roll Tide, go Jesus.
Would you use a death note? Or do you think you're above that?
Oh, no, I'm not above it. I've mentioned many times, if I were like, let's say if I were in like the Star Wars universe, I'd be a Sith, no fucking doubt. Because I think myself virtuous, but I easily succumb to power. So it's like, you give me that death note, I'm going on a fucking massive killing spree.
Well, I'm glad I would use my death note on you before you could use it on me.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't use it on you. You don't deserve to die. But, like, let's say we're talking about one of my coworkers, a specific old woman, whose name starts with a V.
It rhymes with Ronnie.
Yeah,
Her name is Vonnie.
I would end that stupid bitch's life in a goddamn heartbeat. I hate her so goddamn much. You know what happened when I told her my mom died?
Oh, God.
She just told me the story about her friend died of AIDS. It's like,
Spoiler alert, Duke's mom died this week.
Yeah.
Somber note.
And I was just like...
Do you want me to pour some out
Yeah,
dead
for the dead mom.
All right.
But
Well, I don't have anything to like pour it on because we're not outside, so I'm gonna pour it into my mouth.
Right.
Don't misconstrue this to be me disrespecting what happened.
That's so disrespectful. I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, I fucking hate Vonnie. She's a fucking mole rat looking bitch. I've never met another human being who is so fucking infuriating in my goddamn life. You know?
I'm trying to think of people. I really am. I'm drawing a blank.
I think I'd rather listen to an hour of screaming than 1 minute of Vonnie talking.
Jared from Electronics.
Holy shit, Jared from Electronics is the worst.
Who's worse? Who wins in a death battle of worsitude?
Ooh.
Jared or Vonnie?
How long? Where am I dealing with them? In their given environments or just like at a picnic?
Let's say a road trip.
Oh, fuck.
Which one of these people do you tuck and roll and get the fuck out of the car because they're annoying you?
I'd rather drive with Jared.
No. I'm saying they are both in the car. Which one do you think drives you to tuck and roll out of the car the quickest?
Oh, Vonnie.
Vonnie?
Because Jared at least would be like, I feel like he's stupid, but he's got this.
But he would be really snarky about it too.
Yeah, whereas Vonnie would just be like passive aggressive. So it'd be like, I'd be driving and I'd put on the music and she'd be like,
oh man.
I guess you don't want to make
people aren't going to know the Jared story. Okay, so there's an episode of Super Mario World that'll come out either this week or it might be out already because this is coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
It'll either come out this week, probably next week, maybe the week after that, depending on how videos go. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But there's this guy Jared, super long story.
Jared from Electronics.
Yeah. But
huge con.
It was my filibuster to give Duke time to extend the Super Mario World playthrough because we were getting our asses kicked and we were getting irritated with it.
Lightning round, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah. So point is, I think I'd rather drive with Jared. Like if I could, I would just kill Vonnie in the driver's seat or the passenger seat.
Just drive around weekend at Bernie's with some sunglasses on.
Yeah, me and Jared.
You get pulled over, it's like, what are you doing? And it's like, oh, trying to get my grandma to the shuffleboard tournament in Toronto.
Yeah. I'm not.
I tried to think of a faraway state.
Honestly, I could just say Ohio. Like I'm going to Ohio. I think not tomorrow, but the day after.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
You get that taillight fixed.
Yeah.
We got a tail light out. We keep getting tailed by a cop. Well, not really tailed. There's a cop that like after D&D, he'll circle around the area. Like we go to Walmart and shit after D&D most nights. And holy butts shoes. What are you doing, dude?
Keep talking.
But the cop will like drive around us and park and just look at us. And like he'll do laps around the Walmart while we're in the fucking parking lot. And it's super eerie because like I haven't brought this up, but in 2012, when I first moved down here, in the area I was living in, there was a fake cop driving around that was pulling people over and just shooting them in the fucking face.
Are you serious?
100%. So they were like, hey, if a cop pulls you over, hey, 50-50 chance of him shooting you in the face.
Yeah.
They were like, try and, call dispatch and ask if there's an officer in the area because you've been pulled over and you don't want shot in the face.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what they were told, but I was like, oh, hey, it's really fucked up down here. They eventually caught the guy. I think he pulled over an off-duty cop, and the off-duty cop shot him, if I remember right.
I was like, he didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's fucked up, dude. That's real shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just like blown away by that. I'd never dealt with anything like that in my entire life. I grew up in a small town in Ohio.
Same.
Never had to fuck with stuff like that. That guy was a real asshole.
Yeah. Which brings us, I guess, to our next point of order. We're getting into this habit where we start giving advice in the middle of our podcast.
We're trying to start a little segment here. We don't have a jingle yet.
Yeah.
We might come up with a jingle. Eventually.
I also wanna pitch a couple names for this here.
What's that?
One, Ass Vice.
I think advice from assholes is fine.
Wise asses.
Are these on your phone, or are you reading off your phone?
No.
Because you sort of got your phone facing you.
Oh, yeah.
And you're raising it up and then, pointing at me as though you're, like, checking it. And then, haha, let's fire this one out.
Straight from the whore's mouth?
That one, that's really got nothing to do with the bit, but I appreciate your offers. Is that it? You got more?
I got one more.
All right.
Just one more.
Okay.
You ready?
As I'm going to be.
It's a doozy.
Well, I think you're stalling at this point because you don't have anything.
Advice column.
I just slapped his phone out of his hand to great comic effect. Because, like, he almost caught it, and then, like, his hand closed, and the phone just flew out. And it hit his knee, I think, and now it's laying on the floor. Now he's going to bend down to get it. And when he does, I am going to hit him with this bat.
That we can...
A la Acme, whatever the fuck Roadrunner his thing was called.
All right, boys.
So pick up the phone. You're supposed to pretend I hate you, Duke. You're the worst at this. I do this all the time. I pretend to hit him, and I'm gonna have to start actually doing it. One of these, I'm just gonna hit you with the bat for real, and you're just gonna be like, nothing, because you're gonna be dead. Because I hit you in the back of the head with a bat.
Power zoom straight to the moon.
More like just to a shallow grave by digging the forest 50 feet away from the trailer.
Anyway, so the question today comes from an anonymous user. I think I might have Asperger's.
Even if they were not anonymous, I don't think we were going to be reading anybody's names here.
Yeah, I think I might have Asperger's. What do I do?
You stop using your posterior to press beef patties.
Yeah, that's the number one. See, I think if you have Asperger's, the first
just talk to a doctor. Like, hey, doc, I think I have a disease that makes me shoot burgers from my beehole.
Hey, doc, I think I might have butt hamburgers. What do I do?
Hey, doc, I think I might be incapable of faking emotion.
Yeah. What fucks me
I don't know.
up,
I don't really know what Asperger's is.
It's less faking emotion so much as an inability to emotionally respond.
Oh, so it's like the opposite of not only are you not able to fake emotion, you just don't have emotion.
Yeah, so it's like you'll often say like insensitive things. It's like you still can get emotional, but it's like you don't have a filter. You'll often say insensitive things.
I was gonna say like Peter Gabriel, but I realized that's not the guy from Silicon Valley. Peter Gabriel is a singer for blanking. Now I gotta Google it.
Yeah, but you're thinking of Peter Gregory from Silicon Valley. And
Peter Gabriel, he's just an English songwriter.
Yeah.
Oh, he was with Genesis. Haha.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so I've got a couple preliminary.
Some Phil Collins a Genesis guy?
Yeah.
So they were both in Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis is pretty legendary.
Yeah, that's fair. Phil Collins is great.
Yeah, so I've got a couple preliminary questions.
All right.
We found this. We found this on an advice blog.
Right.
So, why the fuck would you ask a stranger, anonymously, who doesn't know you, what to do about your possible Asperger's?
I think it's like I don't know. I feel like this person doesn't have Asperger's.
If they have
just because they were, I think being aware enough, and like worrying enough to ask somebody, hey, do I have Asperger's? Mm-hmm. Is like proof that you don't have Asperger's.
Like when I first came down here, I was hanging out with Matt and some of his friends. We were driving around. And I got out of the car at one point to talk to a car salesman. This is when I was trying to find a car down here.
Oh, I thought you were just doing this to do it.
No, so I'm talking to the guy, and when I get back into the car, Matt's friends step out for a minute to make a phone call. And Matt turns around, he looks me in the face, and he goes, they just asked me if you had fucking Asperger's.
I was like, no, I've never seen him make a beef patty with his butt.
I looked at him and go, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, yeah, they thought you had fucking Asperger's. And I'm like, wow.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the only person I've met with I wish I could remember the guy's name. He wrote a book about, growing up with Asperger's and living with Asperger's and overcoming Asperger's. And he came to my school. I don't remember his fucking name. But I was like, oh god, this guy's really fucking weird. And it's like, why would he come to a school of teenagers and try and talk to them? Because this guy would be so easy to rip on. And I'm just like, just sitting there looking around, I'm like, oh, there are a bunch of fucking dweebs around me. And I'm like, oh, I'm a dweeb. And then I had this like panic where I was like, do I have Asperger's?
Were you like in that moment where you're just like, fuck, dude?
I was convinced for like 2 seconds that I did, and then I was like, I'm nothing like this guy.
I think if you have a moment where you sit there and you're like, I don't have fucking Asperger's.
I'm a super emotional person.
Yeah. I think the thing is like, if you have no filter for what you say, you probably have Asperger's.
Well, I mean, you could have Asperger's, or you could just be a dick.
It could just be a total fucking asshole.
You could just be a dick. Saying that you have Asperger's does not permit you to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Now, there was a kid I went to high school with that I think might have had Asperger's. He could have just been another kind of, autistic. He was a really cool dude. He was absolutely a monster with Flash, but he didn't have any like desire to become like known for it. Like he did the Sonic animation.
Oh, the one that got disqualified.
Yeah, I guess I'll just tell the story. So this dude CJ, who was in my junior and senior tech prep classes, he did this really cool Sonic animation our junior year. He submitted it to an animation contest in Kent State, and he was like, "Well, which version of Flash are you running? Because I have 2 versions, one of which is only, compatible with 5, and the other is compatible with, 4 through 1 or whatever the fuck." They're like, "We're using 5." They were using not 5 because when they played it, it was all broken, and he still got second place.
I think the thing about shit like that is like, well, no, I don't know. It's the frustrating thing about people is that lately, for me at least, I've been hitting this point where it's like I don't fucking care.
That's fair.
I don't know what it is about like this year that's done it for me. Maybe it's your positive influence on me. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm like a necessarily a positive person. I'd just say that I have become more positive since moving out of my parents' house. But at the same time, I think I've also sort of like matured a lot emotionally to where it's like I'm not gonna put up with just bullshit or just like pussyfooting around issues. Shoes. Now it sounds like I was a broken record on the word issues, but I just got to say shoes repeatedly. I'm gonna play with a little tail because he's being a little dum-dum, fucking with the boxes, while Duke and Gaza are trying to report a goddamn podcast up in here. Got no respect, shoes. Give me a little bean. Give me a bean. Come here.
He's a cute boy.
What's wrong with you?
But it's like, lately at work, outside of work, I'm taking more issue with people who are like stepping on me.
Right. Well, I mean, but you're also somebody who, no offense, lets themselves be stepped upon.
Yeah, and it's like this last year or so, I've just been losing fucking patience.
Like the whole, hey, we got 2 days and we need you to find 3 ushers for this play that we told you 5 months ago was no longer happening.
Yeah.
And we decided to tell you today that it is happening.
Yeah.
That happening. And then they're like, ooh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and not put you in the program that you designed.
Yeah, like I made the programs and I printed 200 of them and folded them myself. I went through and I did this last fucking week. And I had them printed out, I had them put down on the table, and I come in today to make sure they haven't fucking lost them. And they didn't even use them. It was some other guys.
Nice.
And I hate this guy that they use the programs for. I think he's a total... Have you ever met like a total fucking bullshit artist and you're like,
yeah,
wow, this dude is only getting by because people are... It's like, this fucking...
I'm a bullshit artist.
No, see, you're not a bullshit artist.
No.
Because you're not this fucking guy, right? This guy walks in there, he's like, hey man, and he talks for fucking 40 goddamn minutes about something he could say in fucking one. This total fucking shitter walks in and he's got everyone under this spell that he's some fucking, enchanting fucking movie maker, writer, designer, whatever fucking thing. No, he's a fucking shitter. He says it himself. He doesn't finish anything he fucking does. The goddamn folio thing I looked at wasn't even fucking done. He couldn't get it to print on the same fucking page. He doesn't know how to use a two-sided fucking printer. We have a goddamn industrial copier one room away, and this total fucking space case can't figure out how to hit two-sided. There are 4 fucking options. There are 4 goddamn options, and this total fucking retard can't figure out how to use them.
Trying to think of the first time I used an industrial printer, like at school. I want to say it was like 2nd or 3rd grade, so that guy is like dumber than 3rd grade me, at least.
You know not Portal 2, the Stanley Parable. In our fucking creative writing class, he came in with a poem from the Stanley Parable.
Did you call him out on it?
Yes.
What did he say?
He was like, oh, you know, I thought I could do that. No, you can't. It's a fucking writing course. Imagine if I just came in with fucking Kafka's Metamorphosis. Yeah, I'd look smart if no one fucking knew what it was, but we're not goddamn retards. You're in here with 2 guys who work at GameStop. A dude who is...
I don't think that working at GameStop is like a level up.
It was Tanner. Tanner
Right.
wasn't the guy who did it, but Tanner was in the
Right.
class, and Tanner
Right.
was the
Well,
first to...
what I'm saying is that's not like a testament to how smart you are.
Well, no, I mean in
I know
recognizing
some dumb
game
people
stuff.
that worked at GameStop.
I mean more in recognizing something from like the Stanley Parable.
Oh, that's fair, I guess.
Because it's like, you're in here, right, with a lot of people who play video games. Like, it's a creative writing course at a community college in Alabama.
Well, hey, I just thought I was the only nerd in, this is area Alabama. I thought I could get away with it.
The thing that fucked me up the most was, like, I'm sitting there, and it's not even... The people who didn't get it, because I was sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, this is so familiar, what is this from? And it's like the same 3 words repeated in different order. Like something... Like a literal thing taken from like a Stanley Parable, the Stanley Parable. It's like, I don't remember the thing, but it was like that.
Shoot.
Holy shit, Shoes, can you fucking quit?
Just stuff him all the way into that box. He'll learn his lesson. Well, don't do that. Duke just obliterated our cat. He's on the fucking moon now, because Duke just putted him with a 5-iron.
But, yeah. So this total fucking dipshit brings in the Stanley Parable. And I'm sitting there, and I fucking hate this guy, guys. I can't
I feel you.
explain.
And this is not going to make you feel any better about him. Listen to me.
I think the
Calm
thing
down,
about
bro.
it is, like, when I saw his name,
Ow.
because it was like, programs and folio designed by his name.
Right.
Holy shit, have I never been that mad in my goddamn life. Because this is like the 4th or 5th time I've had something to do with these plays, and I haven't been put on the fucking program. I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking doing this anymore.
Well, I mean, I told you whenever they told you, hey, 3 days, we need 3 ushers. I was like, that's not fair. They told you this shit was, like, not happening
Canceled,
5
yeah.
months ago. I was like, I'd tell them to fuck off. You're like, yeah, I should. But in a way that it was, like, very obvious that you were not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's just not who you are.
And
then
now,
you were up all night fucking worrying about it, and then
Yeah.
go to work only to find out, hey, I've got a week in 2 days.
yeah, I go to work and I have it figured out. Right? I get all my shit set up. I'm about to clean the goddamn popcorn machine, and I realize I have a lot more time.
Nice.
And I just...
Which I'm happy for you. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you didn't, kill yourself trying to fix all the shit that really shouldn't be your problem to begin with.
I'm so fucking done. It's like every time I try and help them with that shit.
You
it
all
just
asked me if I wanted to be involved with this thing, and I was just like,
No.
I was like trying really nice to be like, if they need me, I don't want to do that, Duke.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm at the point where I'm done with that shit.
Yeah. As much as I like shit like that, you have told me some horrible stories about the people that put those plays on, and I wouldn't do it like to save my grandma.
Yeah.
My grandma's a very nice lady.
But like, it's not even anything against like the people putting it on. It's just I'm the type of person who, if I'm involved in something, I need to be in the know.
Yeah.
And if
Not
I
like,
don't,
hey, we know we told you 5 months ago that this was no longer happening, but hey, 3 days before it's gonna happen, it is happening. We're sorry for not giving you more time.
oh, what's that? You designed the programs and you printed and folded 200 of them? Oh, golly, we're not going to use them. We're going to use dipshit number 1s. Oh my god, I fucking hate that guy. I hope he gets fucking AIDS.
I hope that the next pack of Oreos he opens
Is
is
this a pack of...
just a horrible. Like he buys a mislabeled. I was gonna say candy corn, but I kind of like candy corn. I've never had candy corn Oreos though, so those might be awful. But like just a bad flavor Oreo, just like pumpkin spice
Just
Oreos.
like
I don't imagine
all
that's
Oreos.
good.
Here's the thing about Oreos, right? Like you've eaten. Have you had the peanut butter ones?
No, out of respect for Matt's condition.
They're
I don't eat
maple
peanut
syrup flavored.
butter. Yeah, you told me that.
Have you had the cookie ones?
The cookies and cream ones?
No, the chocolate
I was
chip.
gonna say the Oreo flavored Oreos. Yeah, I have them all the time.
Have you had the cookies and the chocolate chip cookie ones?
No, I haven't.
They're also maple
Are
syrup
they
flavored.
are they just like chocolate chip cookies on the outside, or is the filling chocolate chip cookie
Filling.
flavored? That's stupid.
Yeah.
You missed an opportunity. You should have had 2 like small Chips Ahoy cookies with some ice cream, the icing filling.
Have you had the cookie dough ones?
No.
Those also taste like maple syrup.
Yeah.
Have you had the birthday cake ones?
No, I've had birthday cake flavored Pop Tarts because those are my mom's favorite for some reason.
That's weird.
And by my mom's favorite, I mean she will eat one a month, and then they'll just sit there.
Wow, your mom is stupid.
Because if you eat them, she gonna get angry.
That's true. That's true.
But they don't sit there a while and taunt you. She's like, well,
Yeah.
can you at least get some more? Like, I like the s'more ones. No. Birthday cake for mama.
Dude, here's the thing.
Get back in the hole, Jeffrey.
Here's the
Back in the hole, Jeffrey.
fucking Jeffrey. Here's the thing that pisses me off about Oreos, right? It's like if you're eating an Oreo,
And it tastes like cum, you're like, somebody came in my Oreos.
I think all cum Oreos would be the worst Oreos. Oh no, I take it back. Before we got started on this
Dash of cum.
podcast, yeah, you said dash of cum Oreos, and I think
It's like,
that
these
has
are
to be
normal
the worst.
Oreos, and then you're just like, oh, I
There's
got
like
to the gooey center.
a salty, buttery kind of
I don't know what ejaculation tastes like, so I,
like salty butter. Is it? Well, okay, it could be salty butter or buttery salt. But it's awful. If anyone ever tells you cum tastes good, they're fucking lying. You want to
Right.
know why?
C-
Cum tastes like regular Oreos.
What?
Regular Oreos are the worst fucking thing on the planet. You know why? There's not enough fucking cream. It's too much fucking cookie. There's not enough cream. It's like, imagine if you got cookies and cream flavored ice cream and it was just a bunch of fucking cookies.
Oh my god, I love cookies and cream ice cream so much.
But take out the cream and it's just cookie. There's no enjoyment.
Well, then
The
it's not
enjoyment
ice
comes from
cream.
the
Then it's just cold cookie shells.
Exactly, that's the problem. That's why I hate fucking regular Oreos. It's like with double stuff, you at least get no one eats Oreos for the fucking wafer. No one is sitting there and they just take the top off the
Yeah.
Oreo and eat the wafer.
I like wafers, like vanilla wafers.
But would you eat an Oreo cookie wafer? Just like the straight up the top of the cookie?
I mean,
Imagine if they sold
no,
Oreo
because the
tops.
one time Matt pulled the tops off and then just ate the side that the icing stuck to.
Like a monster.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this guy like twisted these Oreos and just like ate the centers out. He's like, oh, I didn't do that. I ate the bottoms. I'm like, oh, that's still really weird. Like I opened up and it was just like a ray full of empty tops, and I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
Matt's an animal.
Exactly.
That's not what had happened. But I mean, I didn't eat those. I threw them away. I was like, nobody's gonna eat those. So I guess you have a point.
Here's my thing, right? It's like, if you're eating a box of Oreos, if for some reason you sit down and you're like, I need to eat an entire box of Oreos, you're not eating the Oreos for the fucking wafer. Everyone goddamn knows if you're eating Oreos, you're doing it for the cream in the middle. But you're not just going to take the cream out like a filthy fucking savage. You're going to eat it like a human being.
That's fair.
Yeah, so it's like double stuffed Oreos are the only good flavor of Oreos. That and double stuffed birthday cake.
I don't know. I'm not huge on birthday cake flavored stuff.
I just like the confetti.
I like ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake's pretty good.
So like that's not really birthday cake flavored. It's just it's ice cream with icing on it, pretty much, with a little bit of cake.
Now, what's like your ideal birthday cake? Like other than the ice cream cake, obviously, but like what kind of design do you go for on like an ice cream cake?
Well, I was gonna say, I'm also a fan of cheesecake. I wonder if they can make some sort of ice cream cake, cheesecake hybrid. But it also sounds like it could turn out horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. And it's one of the situations where they spent so much time thinking if they could, they didn't ask if they should, and then they make an abomination.
You know, I didn't like cheesecake until I came down here, and a student gave me an entire cheesecake for free.
I'm sorry. You didn't bring cheesecake while I was down here.
Oh yeah, it was like a month before you came.
You son of a bitch!
Dude, I fucking loved it. I ate that cheesecake. That girl had thick thighs. It was good cheesecake. I was happy.
Like, can you not sexualize your students, please?
Don't.
It's super weird for me.
Well, I mean, the girl was like 40. It wasn't really like a girl. It was like a mom.
Okay.
Though, one other student did give me some.
She's a 40-year-old in a community college. She is mentally, like, 17, 18.
I don't know. Sometimes people come and they just don't get to finish it. You know. Okay, fuck you. But I mean, like, sometimes people come and they start and then something happens and they have to put it on hold.
Inside jokes.
But, fucking, I don't know. A younger student did give me a cheesecake one time, but I don't. I think it was like half a cheesecake. I don't remember that time very well. I just remember the one.
Was it a bad cheesecake? Or?
No, it was great. I loved it.
See, I've never had bad cheesecake.
Yeah.
I've had a fair bit of cheesecake. My mom used to like make real long like baking sheets of cheesecake. I don't know why she did it or why she stopped doing it, but I just know that anytime there was cheesecake in the fridge, it was like in my mind I'm like, hey, there might not be cheesecake next time you're in here, so get a piece of cheesecake. And it's every time I was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous. It was like for a solid like 3 years, once a month there was cheesecake in the fridge, and I was eating at least half of it.
Because you were like, I need to make sure I get at least a piece.
I need some cheesecake in my life. I walk through the kitchen just to get cheesecake, and then be like, oh well, I might as well get cheesecake while I'm eating. And now I'm a fat piece of shit. I mean that was sort of bound to happen though. I was 10 years old when World of Warcraft came out. 8 years old, whatever.
I like how that's the marker you're using it by. Like,
I blame Blizzard. Yeah. I blame Blizzard. This is entirely Activision's Blizzard made.
Right.
I hate, like, I'm a fat guy.
Yeah.
But every time I talk about being fat, I'm never feeling really very fat. The only time I feel fat is like when I'm walking across rooms at like a restaurant, like at a buffet. Like I feel like everybody's looking at me like, there's the fat guy at the buffet. Of course he's here. And so it's like, I do this thing where like I thrust out my gut to make me look fatter. Just so like, well, I'll give you fat, and it hurts. It really does.
Why do you do it?
I don't know. It's like a reflexive thing. Like if I feel like people are judging me for being fat, I'm like, well, I am fat. Look at how fat I am.
I'm a tubby fat bitch.
Because I'm a tubby little fat.
Dude, for me, okay, have you seen that show fucking Mike and Molly?
Yeah, I love that show. Those two people are hilarious. I don't remember that guy's name, but have you seen his stand-up special?
I have not.
It's fucking great.
All I know is I hate Ralphie May and Gabriel Iglesias.
Neither of those people. How do you hate Ralphie May?
I hate his voice, and I hate
Ralphie May is the only white guy I've heard say the N-word, and I'm like, he can say that. Like,
what?
He's a lot. I mean, he grew up in the hood, dude.
Do you see his jiggly fat fucking chin?
Yeah.
I wouldn't let that guy say the N-word. If that dude said some shit at me, I'd fucking kill him.
Listen, he hard-R'd it, too. In Portland.
If Ralphie May came at me and said the N-word...
He didn't call anybody the N-word, Duke.
If Ralphie May came into a room I'm in and said the N-word, I'd be pissed. I call
it was for a joke. I think you're overreacting a little.
No, I just hate him. I hate his fat, stupid face.
Oh my god, you can't. How do you hate Ralphie May?
He looks like a fat, stupid cunt.
Oh my god, he's fat. Get over it. I'm fat. You're fat.
I'm not as fat as Ralphie May. That dude has the jiggliest fucking chin I've ever seen.
You can't just say, well, that guy's fatter than me. I hate him. It makes me feel better hating him because he's fatter than me. Like, do you watch My 600-Pound Life and you're just like, oh, I'm so much fucking skinnier than that little bitch. I'm so much skinnier than that fat fucking bitch. And then you come right in your own face. And it tastes like Oreos.
We come full circle. This is what I did the all come Oreos thing before I knew come up.
Speaking of coming inside.
Yeah.
Just Just put a sitcom baby inside of me right now, dude.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this. If I had to write a sitcom, I know where I'd base it.
Do you know who you want to star in it?
I don't yet, but maybe we can find that out together.
I know who I want to star in mine, but I'll let you continue.
I want it to be a CSI sitcom.
Continue.
A black humor CSI sitcom.
Well, I mean, it's a CSI sitcom. I think the black humor was sort of implied. It's not going to be like a prop comedy or like a what the hell's the word I'm looking for? Improv CSI sitcom.
Right, but here's the thing. Here's the twist.
It's just like we're solving a murder. All right, I need a location and an object you can hold in one hand.
Here's the thing, though. It's in space. Space CSI.
Space cops.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
Film live on location.
One of them is like
Space Reno 911.
But I want it to be like one of them is like the
Reno 911 was a very unappreciated. I did not appreciate it as much as a kid. I was like, this is fucking stupid. And then I grow up and I'm like, Nick Swartzen's hilarious.
It's like Randy Marsh from South Park. As a kid, you're like, fuck Randy.
No, I resonated with Randy like all the time.
As a kid?
All the time. Except for the masturbating in the hot tub episode. I think I was 100% on board with Randy Marsh. Because he was like, oh, I'm a geologist. There's a fucking lava's coming for the town. What do? Well, let's dig a fucking trench and make it go somewhere fucking else. Jesus Christ, how easy is this? And then they destroy a whole nother town. I think they reroute it to Denver or something. I don't remember.
I don't fucking know, but my favorite Randy Marsh moment is the one where it's like they go to California to get the internet, and
he is in like the double wide military bunker trailer. And he just gets on the internet for 15 minutes, and then it's just they walk in, and it's just covered in I thought it was icing.
It was.
Oh God!
Yeah, it was.
Nah, I knew it was cum.
And the whole room is covered in cum, and he looks at them. He looks them dead in the face. And goes, "Oh, it was a ghost."
Ectoplasm.
That's the reason I resonate with him because of that is because that's the exact same shit I'd say. If someone walked in on me covered in cum for some fucking reason, I'd be like, "Oh!"
If you get that covered,
you
were doing something that like that's
something
like
supernatural.
Something weird happened there.
Yeah.
Because like not even being without for like a month can do that to you. Because trust me, I've tried.
That was enough baby batter to make a 6th grade boy.
That was enough baby batter to bake 16 cakes a day for a week.
That was enough baby batter to ship to the entire West Coast.
That was enough baby batter to encase 1,700 beef Wellingtons. So that's like the one you put the bread around, right?
Yeah, cum-covered beef Wellington. That's what I'm imagining now.
Well, it's like... Well, I guess a deep frying joke would have hit better. The beef Wellington sort of like wrapped in bread.
Can you deep fry with cum?
Yeah. Why do you ask me like I fucking tried? What is wrong with you?
I guess I did ask you if you frequently used cum as an ingredient.
I'm like the least sexually experienced person in this house by far, I think.
Did you see that fucking oh God, no you haven't. Other than that, father teaches Asperger's daughter.
Can you please stop talking into your hands like some sort of weirdo?
You know it's really hard for the mic to pick you up when you're talking into your hands.
It was exasperation.
Actually, I'm probably not even striking the mic right now.
Dude, it was exasperation because there was a video I saw and it was like, you know the father teaches Asperger's daughter one?
Yes, we've talked about it.
It was in the Related, and it was like
So you go to this one frequently?
No, I've just...
You like hit this one up, you're like, click, click. Oh, hey, what's in recommended? Oh, what's this? Down syndrome daughter, huh? I wonder how that one turns out.
No, it shows up
don't fuck people
when you go far enough down, and it's like, I clicked on it the last time because I was like, what the fuck are people saying about this? I wanted to know. And the top Related video was like, stepsister gets face cream or something. So I was like, what? And I clicked on it, and the whole premise of the video is that this dude convinces his stepsister that cum is a good face mask. And I'm sitting there, and it's at the point I've got my head in my hands, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these writers?
I thought that's what the point of facials was.
True.
It seems really gross to me, but I mean, there's got to be a reason these people are on it. It can't just be a power thing for these guys.
Oh,
right?
for me, it's a power thing.
That's so weird.
It's like,
I feel like if I respect you as a person, I don't want to do that to you.
See, I'm all about domination.
Nope. Don't want to go into that. Let's.
Yeah, so it's a space CSI sitcom.
Right. Who's it starring?
Martin Short.
I don't know who that is.
And Martin Freeman.
I don't know who that is either.
Look up Martin Short really quick.
Martin Short. Am I going to be upset, disappointed? Has he been in anything I've seen?
Yeah, definitely.
You're going to tell me what he's been in? You're just going to... Okay, I vaguely remember him.
I know he was on SNL for a while. He was in The Three Musketeers.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy from Sherlock. Okay.
Yeah, Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman's the guy from Sherlock. Martin Short has been in Inner Space, Father of the Bride, Frankenweenie, Maya and Marty, Three Amigos. I have seen that Three Amigos,
That was
but I don't remember him. Pure Luck, Hairspray Live. I've seen that. Don't remember him in it. He's in the Santa Claus 3, which I don't remember him in that either. Spiderwick Chronicles, one of the few movies I've seen in theaters. Hoodwinked. Hoodwinked 2. I haven't seen that one. I have to watch that now. We're going to have to watch it. Have you seen Monster House, by the way?
No.
We are watching that, and we are going to review that for our Halloween marathon. Okay, because I referenced that movie too much for nobody around me to have seen it.
I've seen Smart House.
That's a totally different movie.
I fuck
Believe
Smart
it or
House.
not. The Martin Short Show. Don't know why you didn't mention that one.
I didn't know if you would have seen it.
The Associate. I haven't. Guess how I know. I didn't know who the fuck Martin Short was.
Yeah, so I was like, if you didn't know who he was, why would you have seen the show?
Making of Me, Mulaney. Okay, now I know who he is. You could have said that guy from Mulaney.
I didn't know he was in Mulaney. I watched one episode of it. And I was
He's
like,
in front of Mulaney for the poster for Mulaney.
Oh, yeah, because he's his boss.
Yeah.
I forgot he was in there.
He's also Jack Frost in The Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Martin Short, you devilish man. Who the fuck is that?
God.
What the fuck is that?
He's got a lot of weird roles.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
God's there
What
forever.
the
Just
fuck?
clicking on a whole bunch of pictures
What
of
the
Martin
fuck?
Short.
They're getting weirder, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna click away. We're done. We're done looking at pictures of Martin Short. Let's get back to the podcast.
And it's gonna be called Martin to Martin.
Martin to Martin. That's your, not Martin to Martian.
No.
Not Martian to Martin.
Or Paging Mr. Martin. It's gonna take place on in space.
On in space.
Yes.
You are a silly bitch.
Give me your sitcom, Mr. fucking Hollywood genius.
Alright, so there's this guy. He's been an international ladies' man all of his life. He started acting at a very young age, but he's finally ready to settle down and have a normal life and a normal family. Problem is, he's got some wacky-ass neighbors who, guess what? They're also ex-Hollywood stars, and it stars Elijah Wood, and he lives next door to Rob Lowe.
I'd watch it. I'd watch anything with Elijah Wood and Rob Lowe.
I'd watch anyone with Elijah Wood. I just threw Rob Lowe in there to pander to you.
I hope season 3 of Fargo has Elijah Wood.
I've still
So
not
good.
seen that show.
So good.
Sounds like a show.
It is. It is in fact.
Okay, so for our final talk point, you're going to have to do a little lead-in for this one, because I got no fucking clue.
Oh, Autopilot the movie. What's the stupidest shit you've done on Autopilot? Do you know what I mean by Autopilot? Like you're not like paying full attention, like you're kind of spaced out or you're tired, and it's like let's say you go to get a soda, right?
Oh.
And like instead of pouring it in your cup, you just pour it on the fucking counter like a savage.
No, I've never done that one, but I have, like, I used to, well, in my area, the price of soda would fluctuate a lot, so I would do the math and see what was the more efficient form of soda to buy, 2 liters, bottles, or, 12 packs.
Yeah.
And occasionally, when it was 2 liters were, the cheapest to get, I would have 2 liters, so I would go out into the fridge, get the 2 liter out, screw the cap off, pour the cup, and a couple of times, I had paused over the cup, like I was ready to screw the cap onto the cup, and I've been like, "Goss, what are you doing, you silly bitch?" That goes on the bottle, and then put my cup in the fridge.
Mm-hmm. There was one day I was playing with shoes. This wasn't too long ago. I think you were asleep. I was holding him and I went to get a drink out of the fridge, so I get the drink out and I put him in the fridge and I closed it. And I was halfway back to my room before I realized. And I opened the door and he's just sitting there on the bottom shelf and he's just like, "What the fuck?
Why did you do this to me, you son of a bitch?"
He's like, "What the fuck?" And then there are other times where I'll be like,
He's attacking a little buggo, I think.
"Yeah, I'm really confused."
That or he's found another penny, because he likes to play with pennies. There are like so many pennies hidden around like on the floor and shit
Yeah.
that I will never fucking find unless I catch him playing with it.
Yeah. Or like a red Starburst that he played with for fucking...
Oh my goodness.
God damn.
There's a pink one that Nua played with that I threw away because she threw up on it. Otherwise, I would have just let her fucking play with it because it's hilarious.
I love cats, dude, but...
They're so weird.
They are.
But I mean, you gotta love them.
They're little cute beans.
But I mean, what does Autopilot the movie look like? Is it just a bunch of dumb shit that really shouldn't have happened?
I want to see this. This is like a, Weekend at Bernie's, how the guy's dead and the people are carrying him around.
Yeah.
I want to see this movie, but instead of the guy being dead, he's just asleep and he's going through all this shit.
Or is he just like really tired and he's just like mumbling and like sort of doing stuff, and people are trying to explain his actions for him, like to make sense of it.
And then at the very end, he lands.
Oh, Bernie's just tired. Is all. He's had a long day. I mean, we've had a long weekend actually at Bernie's. Then they high five because they got to say the movie title in the movie.
But then he lands a plane at the end.
I was gonna say, is this gonna be like a flight situation or what?
At the very end, like he gets into like a hostage crisis on a plane.
I was 100% sure that flight was what you were going for, and I was just waiting for the tie-in.
Have you seen that movie?
Flight? Nope.
Langoliers? Something about the Langoliers? Google
Even
Langoliers.
more now. I guess we're on a Googling streak, so let's look it up. Langoliers.
I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
The Langoliers.
Oh, is it a mini series? I thought.
I don't know. Is that Kevin Spacey?
Yeah. No.
I love how quick you were to be like, yeah, and then I click on it and that's not who it is. Tom Holland, Dean Stockwell. Like, you gonna show me who the fuck else is in it? Tom Holby? I don't know who that is. Dean Stockwell, that's the main character. He's in other stuff. Men in Black, is he the guy from Men in Black? Quantum Leap.
He's not from Men in Black.
He looks like the guy from Men in Black.
Who played K?
I think.
Because J was Will Smith.
Yeah. Who's Will Smith? I'm not sure I'm familiar with his work.
He's from Wild Wild West.
Fuck that movie, dude. That was my introduction to Will Smith, and I didn't like Will Smith for a long time. I was reluctant.
Tommy Lee Jones.
I was reluctant to give Will Smith another try. After I saw Wild Wild West, because holy fuck, is that movie awful.
That movie is weird.
I was super down for a little bit, and then like it got really, really fucking weird.
I'm not excited for that new movie he's in, the Netflix thing.
I don't remember what the fuck it's called now.
You just go to his IMDb.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, why don't you just scroll down?
What?
You're
So I'd already hit back.
You're on the page for Men in Black.
I was on the page for Tommy Lee Jones. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, music department, for real.
I think the Fresh Prince of Blair.
Bright.
Yeah, Bright.
That looks cool. Bad Boys for Life and Bad Boys 4. I don't know why those are both being made.
Who is he in Aladdin? Is he Genie?
Yep, he's going to be Genie. That is unfortunate. Poor Robin Williams.
Has he finally hit the point in his career where he's just doing whatever for money?
Robin Williams is dead, dude.
Not Will Smith.
Oh. I mean, Suicide Squad probably made him a lot of dough.
Was it after? Did he really take a 4-year break between movies?
8 to 12? Looks like it. He didn't have anything come out in 9, 10, 11.
That explains why he looked so much older.
Does it?
Yeah.
I really liked Hancock.
I
They
did
need to
too.
do. They need to do a sequel to that.
They were gonna, but it got canned.
That's balls.
Yeah, it was weird. But I don't know. I'd watch anything with Will Smith, and I'll give him a shot.
I won't watch Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, that's the obvious exception.
That's obvious.
If there's a meme where Shadow the Hedgehog, Cold Steel the Hedgehog, Reaper from Overwatch, and whoever that other character was walk out of a movie calling it the best movie of all time, I'm not gonna see it.
Are you sure, dude?
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to take their word for it and just accept it as the best movie of all
I think
time?
it was Sasuke Uchiha was the other one.
Oh
From
man,
Naruto.
that has to be it.
It was
What
him or
about
the other
Plankton from SpongeBob? He's evil.
He's not evil. He's fucked up.
He is evil.
One of his plans was just to fuck Mr. Krabs' mom.
Right. There was also that super meta episode we watched where there was like so many robots.
Yeah, and they were all like self-aware.
Producer Hancock 2 is announced.
I don't think that's
Plot is
gonna...
unknown.
Because I'm pretty sure that got canned.
April 24th of 2017.
Huh, maybe.
Maybe. Hopefully not. Because if he ain't in it, then I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, true.
What the hell is... Are the episodes of The Fresh Prince all called I something?
I stank horse.
I stank hole in one. I tooth. I done part 1. I done part 2. Boxing Helena. Breaking up is hard to do part 1 and 2. The Butler's Son did it. There are a lot of I episodes here at the end though.
Yeah.
And there's
It makes sense when you think about the Fresh Prince lore.
I Know Why the Caged Bird Screams. Where there's a will, there's a way. God.
Yeah, considering the Fresh Prince, like, backstory, the lore behind it, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a very good inclusion.
I like the Fresh Prince a lot.
Yeah.
I was hesitant to give it a try, because as a kid, I saw Wild Wild West before I saw anything else of Will Smith. And how are you not going to judge anybody that was in that movie?
I mean, I thought it wasn't that bad. I thought it was a fun movie, but not a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think if you take that movie just at face value, you don't question it.
Right.
It's one of those movies that the more you watch it, the worse it gets.
Right. Well, here's my thing. If your first impression of Ben Affleck is Daredevil, you're not gonna like Ben Affleck. If your second impression of Ben Affleck is Pearl Harbor, and you're forced to watch the love story part because the first 15 minutes or whatever where the bombings actually happen doesn't take up a whole history class period, you're not gonna like Ben Affleck.
I don't know. There are some movies, like...
If he wins an Oscar for Argo, a true story that a monkey could have written a screenplay for and it could have won an Oscar, and that's your first impression of him, you're not gonna like Ben Affleck.
I don't know. I feel like I can watch a movie that's bad with an actor performing bad and not hate that actor.
Dogma.
I've never seen it.
It's one of the only Ben Affleck movies I like.
Is it?
But it's a Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it a Kevin Smith movie?
It's a Kevin Smith.
Is that the one with fucking religion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heavily featured.
So I've seen like little bits of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. I haven't seen Mallrats either, actually.
I don't remember if I've seen Mallrats. I have seen either Mallrats or Chasing Amy.
I've seen Chasing
I have not
Amy.
seen both of them. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, though.
Chasing Amy.
I don't make fun of you looking like his dumpy brother because I don't like the guy. Make fun of you looking like his dumpy brother because I would very much like to be friends with Kevin Smith because he seems like a chill dude.
Yeah, it does.
Seems like a super down-to-earth guy, and I think hanging out and watching shit with him would be fun. I'm upset that he never got to make that Superman movie. So it would have been dope
Nick
as fuck.
Cage.
Huh? I don't remember if Nick Cage was supposed to star in that one or if that was the Tim Burton Superman movie that never happened.
It was
But
one of them.
I remember I listened to this, I can't remember if it was like a podcast thing he was doing, but Kevin Smith was like, yeah, it was going to happen and everything was like set up to go and we were starting to shoot and shit. And then they get this producer on the movie who loved Lord of the Rings. He had just seen Lord of the Rings and it was his favorite fucking thing. And he wanted to do Shelob. A Shelob scene. Like a giant fucking spider. Like Clark Kent's got to fight a giant fucking spider. And it just, there was no place in the fucking script for it. We had to throw out shit that we, really should have kept to make everything fit. And he wants to do this fucking spider thing. This spider scene. So, Kevin Smith doesn't want to piss anybody off. So he's like, I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna, and he just starts like half-assing a job. And eventually the movie gets fucking canned. And somebody's like, hey, did he try to pitch that fucking spider scene to you? Somebody was like, he's like, yes, he did. It's like, you should have told him to go fuck himself.
Fuck, dude. But yeah, I love Kevin Smith. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a cool fella.
I wanted to do a thing where I sprinkled Kevin James in there a little bit to see if you caught.
Yeah.
But I think that's too easily a recognizable distinction to make.
Yeah.
Like
Kevin
somebody
James
says Kevin James, I instantly think of the Zookeeper.
I think of the action movie he's in.
I also think of King of Queens. I actually really like King of Queens.
Yeah, I love that show.
Patton Oswalt was great in it.
The wife is hot.
The wife is hot, and they had to replace her. But I mean,
did they?
Pretty sure they changed the actress for. We're doing it again. We're just googling shit on IMDb.
Or IMDBing, rather.
Well, we started off googling shit, and now we're on IMDb. But there was this one fucking scene where Patton Oswalt, it's like a party scene, and they're all in the living room. Patton Oswalt doesn't move a fucking muscle. And the first time I watched the episode, I didn't see it, but I watched it again, and holy fuck, it was so fucking funny.
I love Jerry Stiller.
I wanted to fucking shit my pants, because he's just unmoving, just standing there. It's honestly one of the best fucking things. Okay, I guess she was the same person in all 206 episodes. Why do I feel like that she changed?
Maybe she just changed her look after a while. What's that picture of her look like on the top left there? Okay, that's way different than I remember. Was she hotter than I thought?
I mean, she's pretty hot. But I thought it was a different lady.
Maybe it's just she changed her look so dramatically.
Maybe.
Because the long hair makes her look real different.
Yeah, I thought she was, like, started off as, like, some Spanish kind of chick.
Oh, that's George Lopez, I think.
Did George Lopez's wife change in that show?
I don't know. I think they had Angie the whole time.
I was going to say, I only remember... I can't remember her name. But, I mean, I like that show.
We could just be attributing the Becky thing from Roseanne.
No. That can't be it. I wouldn't mistake Roseanne for one of these other shows. Because Roseanne was like on a whole nother level. Roseanne Barr is just fucking great. You ever seen the clip of her singing the national anthem?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I saw that this morning. I was fucking dying.
People got real mad.
What's that?
People got real mad.
Well, it sounded like some people were like booing while it was going on, but at the end of it, people were just fucking cheering. It sounded like people were pissed off at the start, and then it's just like everybody's fucking stoked. I was like, if I would have been there, I would have been laughing my fucking ass off. Roseanne Barr doing the national anthem, you shouldn't expect that to be like a solid performance. You should expect this to be funny.
You knew what you were getting into when you said, "Hey Roseanne, sing the national anthem."
Yeah, sing the fucking national anthem for this Orioles game or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. Fucking Roseanne.
I wouldn't fuck Roseanne. That's
no fucking way.
If her show legitimately comes back, I'm gonna be super excited. Not gonna lie.
I don't know if I would be.
Apparently, it's got a really good producer on it.
After that ending, I don't know.
I don't know that they're gonna keep that ending. I think that they might try and pick up at a different point.
Do you think they're gonna? I hope. I mean, I don't know.
Pre John Goodman leaving the show. Because if they can get John Goodman for this show, holy fuck, will it be awesome.
I mean,
I love John Goodman.
John Goodman's come a long way.
He can make anything fucking good. He made Street Racer good.
Yeah. You mean,
Street Racer? Speed Racer. That's what I meant. I said Street Racer again, like I was sure of it, and then as soon as I said it, I was like, that's not
right.
fucking it. Nope.
Yeah.
I was like I said it in a way to where I was confident, but it was also like expelling doubt.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nope, doubt, get back in there. That was wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Speed Racer, yeah. He fucking chokes out a ninja and then throws him out a fucking window. Definitely murders a ninja. John Goodman's a baller.
He does kill at least one ninja per movie.
That fucking Cloverfield Lane movie was super good with him in it.
I want to see that newish movie he's in where it's like he's an old rapist.
12 Cloverfield Lane. Because that's kind of what his character is.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'll watch that too. Fuck, I don't care. I like John Goodman.
I don't know what
I
you're
forget
talking
you changed your
about,
goddamn phone wallpaper to Fritos.
Yeah, it's pretty great. So the other day, I just set up this gag for no reason, where I was making like kissy faces at my phone, and Duke comes out and he's like, "What are you doing? Taking a selfie?" I'm like, "No, looking at a picture of Fritos." I turn my phone around and I just have a picture of Fritos full screen on my phone, and he just starts pissing himself.
Oh no, that's not even. This guy, I'm like, "What are you doing? Taking a selfie?" He's like, "No, I'm looking at Fritos."
Like
and I'm
sarcastically.
like, yeah, and I'm
and
like,
Duke goes, "Really?" And I go, "Yeah, actually." And I show him the Fritos.
it fucking ended me. I was fucking dead.
That's a great one. And it's a super high resolution picture of Fritos too.
It's
So it works
2HD.
so well. It works so fucking well. Like, oh my god.
I think your phone has a little. Has a little animation for when you turn off the screen.
Yeah, there's a little pew.
Whereas mine, it goes like this. Holy fuck, hang on. Okay, I had to.
Just fades.
Yeah, fade in out, fade
Mine
out.
is a pew. Like an old tube. Like an old CRT TV closing down.
Yeah.
Simpler times, am I right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
No.
I mean, I guess we're sort of like artificially extending this podcast. This has been one of our shorter ones in a while, actually.
Oh yeah, like an hour.
Last week we went like an hour and 55 minutes.
Which I think
That's
that's
ludicrous,
Yeah.
but also it didn't feel like that long at the time.
Yeah.
Until at the end where I started rambling and was sort of explaining where we had been. And, but we actually recorded that like a week and a half before we started, like videos started being released again.
yeah
Because I wanted to make sure we had all of our eggs
in one basket.
in a row.
What?
All of our eggs in a row.
All of our ducks in a row, all of our eggs in a basket.
Right, it's the thing where you mix up
A malaprop.
Yeah, that thing. Malodrome.
Malapropism.
Palindropism.
Malapropism.
Yeah. Palindrome. Malapropism.
I was like,
I was doing the thing
yeah,
still.
I know, but it was one of those things where it was like, I had a momentary, like, just loss of cognitive function, and I was like, holy guacamole, holy moly. Holy moly, sweet Tolly. I'd name my son Anatoly. I wouldn't name my son Anatoly. Anyway, that's about all we've got for today, docket-wise. Technically on the short side. You just fucking murdered that.
You murdered this podcast.
And Barbara Ann Walters. What?
Next time on Smashbox, Smashbox Choi. Next time on Smashbox, we discover whether or not Duke is actually a murderer or not. And if we don't make it to next week, the answer is yes. I hope you send help to 313.